Hey, what's up, everybody? I'm back again with another review, and it's called True Lies. Right here, folks. And it's 1994 action-packed slash comedy film directed by yours truly, James Cameron. Another James Cameron masterpiece. Starring Arnold, and you got supporting roles of Tom Arnold, Jamie Lee Curtis, Bill Paxton, Art Malik, and Tina Curry. And this film is, like I said, it's a lighthearted action film, also funny. Okay, so before I get into my thoughts of this film, I want to give you up to speed on the plot. Yeah, I should make my videos a little bit shorter. I'm trying my best. Okay, so bear with me. Okay, so the opening sequence is pretty obvious. The opening sequence where Harry Tasker, played by Schwarzenegger, is a spy. Happens to be a spy, going on, secret agent missions and, just shooting bad guys and blowing shit up, and, that's pretty much what the movie's based about. And so that's the main plot. Now, getting into the subplot. The subplot is when his wife, Helen Tasker, played by Jamie Lee Curtis, he starts thinking that, he begins to think that, like when one scene where he goes to meet up with her, trying to be apologetic by taking her out for a bite to eat or something, he overhears her talking to some guy on the phone, and that's when he starts to think that she's having an affair. And who the guy she was on the phone turns out to be none other than this douchebag, car salesman, who's by the name of, who's Bill Paxton. yeah, so Bill Paxton is Simon, who's this douchebag, car salesman, whom Harry thinks that Helen's having an affair with. And what I meant to say is, Helen thinks that Harry is a computer sales rep, but she doesn't know that he's working for the government. She doesn't know that he's a spy. She thinks he's a computer salesman. So she, like in a few scenes, about 2 or 3 scenes, you see Helen, with Simon, with Simon, who she thinks that he's also a spy thinks he's also an international spy on a mission, or whatever the case may be. Which is the subplot. That Helen's out with this guy, not sleeping with him, though. So Bill Paxton's character, basically just lies his ass off just to get some ass. You know what I mean? He makes women think that he's a spy. So just so he can get laid. Quite funny, by the way. And now here are my thoughts about this movie. It's clever. It's funny. It's well balanced out. It's well balanced out. I love this film. It's awesome. Kicks ass. And Tom Arnold was pretty damn funny. He was just as funny. He helps Arnold. I like the scenes where he helps Arnold with giving Arnold like marital advice and things like that. Like for a good 10, 15 minutes into the movie when they're on their way to their, their secret job, he sure knows how to keep a conversation. He sure knows how to keep you laughing Also, same with Bill Paxton. These guys sure as hell knows how to keep you laughing. You know what I'm saying? And Arnold knows how to keep you on the edge of your seat. In movies like this one. And, so I'm not gonna lie, I enjoyed this movie. Let me tell you a little story, Because when I was a kid, my dad wanted to see this movie in the theaters. I cried. Because I did not want to see this movie. I wanted to see surf ninjas. But, as I got older, I started to take a look at this movie from the corner of my eye. I was watching it on when it came on TV one day. Then I got hooked to the movie, and it was pretty damn good. It's awesome. One of my favorite scenes in this movie is where Arnold is flying one of the Harrier jets. When he flies one of the Harrier jets, with his daughter hanging on to it after hanging on to it while fighting the lead terrorist while he's driving the damn jet. And fighting this guy at the same time, who happens to be Art Malik, the main villain. Art Malik's the main villain in this film. And I'm like, wow, that's crazy. Yeah, and Art Malik is also the guy he was chasing earlier in one of the scenes where Arnold's on a damn horse and the guy's on the motorcycle. Yeah, it was pretty I'll be honest, it was pretty laughable, but clever. It was kind of clever. And it had me rolling. I had fun. I had a lot of fun with this movie. And let me tell you about the main villain. This guy's got a lot of fucking balls. This guy, he's not only psychotic and ruthless, but this guy's got a lot of fucking balls. He goes, while he's on he's being chased by Arnold while he's on a damn motorcycle. He rides through a friggin' hotel, and from the bottom of the hotel, on the top of the damn building, the rooftop of the hotel building, and takes a friggin' dive right off the rooftop into a swimming pool. So a guy like this would do anything to get away. That's a typical villain. That's a typical villain role. They would do anything, almost anything, to get away by any means necessary. Yeah, so this is pretty cool how the villain got away, which contains the movie. So I'd say, you gotta love Tom Arnold. He'll keep you, like I said just a moment ago, he'll keep you laughing. Bill Paxton will also keep you laughing just as hard. Because I love the part where he's in a scene where he's talking to Arnold. Oh yeah, Bill Paxton. He's talking to Arnold, about how he gets women, how he can attract women so easily by just lying his ass off, making them think that he's a spy on a mission. Yeah. And what do I think of Jamie Lee Curtis's Helen? She nailed the part pretty damn good. She nailed it. She was awkward from the start, from the first hour and a half. The movie, she was awkward, and she's got a killer fucking body. Jamie Lee Curtis got a killer body, bro. And as far as Tia Carrere, she was good. She was just as good too. There's the scenes where she's flirting with Arnold. And yeah, we know she's in on the terrorism too. She's in on it too. And I like what they do with Jamie. I like what they do with Jamie Lee Curtis. They give her something. They give her a moment where her and Tia Carrere in the back of the limo is having a cat fight, where one of them accidentally shoots the limo driver, and they're having a cat fight in the back of the limo. They're swerving left to right, and they're still fighting. That's pretty cool. Hot too. That's pretty hot. And and also in the same sequence where Arnold is, where Helen is out, where she's poking out of the limo, and Arnold is on the helicopter. He's hanging off the helicopter, and they give her a stunt to do. She's doing her own stunt. That's cool. That's pretty cool. No stunt double, no nothing. That's pretty cool. And it seems like they're doing their own stunts. That's like everyone's doing their own stunts. Arnold's doing his own stunts, which is cool. Which makes the movie even, more realistic. Not CGI or shit like that, or crap like that. Which I like it. It's pretty cool. Yeah, and as I said earlier, flying a Harrier jet all over the friggin' city, where you see his daughter, played by Elizabeth Dishku, who we've seen in Bring It On, and who we've seen in other movies like Bring It On, a New Guy, who plays the daughter. Yes. Yeah. Where she gets kidnapped by the terrorists, where she escapes up the crane, and she's hanging off of a big crane, and onto the Harrier jet. Wow, that's fucking intense. That is intense, man. Yeah, just imagine if I'm either flying that jet or hanging off of it. Man, I say she really sold it. I mean, what's more to say about this movie? It's so well balanced out. It's well balanced out. And I'm telling you, you will love this movie. This movie will have you not only at the edge of your seat, it will have you laughing your ass off. Because the jokes in this movie were clever. Some were funny. Some of them were funny, and everything, so, yeah, so, and I buy Bill Paxton as being this douchebag, car salesman who's trying to put them, like I said, who's trying to put the moves on Jamie Lee Curtis's character, but the whole movie getting her to think that he's a spy, yeah. Yeah, so I bought that, everyone fucking nailed their parts. I love this movie. And I can never stop watching it. I can't imagine any other movie, I cannot imagine anything looking like this, you know what I mean? Yeah, so that's my verdict on True Lies. Oh, this goes not to mention another one of my favorite scenes is where Arnold has a fight in the bathroom with one of these big bulky terrorists. And it's funny because there's some old guy taking a shit. They're fighting. It's like they're busting into the stall, struggling with each other, while some old guy is just sitting there taking a shit. That was pretty fucking funny. Yeah, where he's fighting with the terrorists in the bathroom. Yeah, so, and another clever scene, which is also clever, where after where Arnold shoots up these bad guys. He shoots up these bad guys, and then a clever line I'll never forget that Jamie Lee Curtis says, "I married Rambo." That was clever. I liked it. And then when Arnold gives Jamie Lee Curtis the Uzi, gives her an Uzi, she fires the Uzi, drops it, and it goes off, killing all these fucking terrorists. These other fucking terrorists. I was like, wow. And I like that scene. The next take where Arnold goes from using 2 Uzis to using this big, gas machine thing, using it as a flamethrower. That was cool. That was pretty cool. And I like that scene. And as I mentioned earlier, where he's fighting the main villain and flying a Harrier jet at the same time. That's pretty badass. But what was more epic, how he ended the movie, is when the villain has Harry and his daughter in his sights with his machine gun. Then Harry tips the jet over. He tips the jet over. The guy falls onto the missile. He's hanging off the front of the missile, and it says, "You're fired." Fires the damn missile with the guy hanging onto it, and blowing up, crashing into the helicopter with his boys. I thought it was kind of clever, but I have to admit it was pretty funny. When he was like, "Ah!" He's screaming at the camera. He's screaming to the camera while he's hanging off the friggin' missile. And I'm like, wow. Well, what is more to say about this movie? It's funny, it's clever, it's epic, and it's well balanced out. Well, you know what I mean? I love it. I love this fucking movie. And man, if I seen, Tia Carrere, not Tia Carrere, smoking hot, get a load of Jamie Lee Curtis. Man, even at her age, she still has a killer body. Well, that's my verdict on True Lies, and another shout out to my man Review King MB. If you haven't seen this movie, check it out. It's not just worth the watch. Must see. Must see. Check it out. And as I said before, like, subscribe, and if you've seen True Lies, leave your comments below. Let me know what you think of the movie and my review. And until next time, see you soon.